And so for me, I've kind of always just been data driven. Like, I don't want to make assumptions. I don't want to like think I'm always right. I want to let the data tell the story, right?
Right.
Let the data guide us into what direction we need to go. Coming from like an agency background, then starting my own companies, as you know, when you're running your own company, every dollar counts. So you want to make sure that if you're investing $1 into something, you're getting some return better than $1, right? And you have to quantify that,
Yeah.
which is, obviously the basis of performance marketing in general. So yeah, I've always tried to instill the idea, leveraging data to help you make your decisions, not going off your gut. So I think, data can be intimidating in general, especially again, if you're like looking at a spreadsheet. If you're like a salesperson, if you're, the president of the company or CEO, you're not necessarily always in the weeds looking at this data. And so I think the best way to get adoption is to make it easy, having visualizations where the data is just very easy to consume, making it to where you don't necessarily need to think. The answers just kind of presented to you in one graph or another. And so for us, it's like the biggest hurdle was getting the data in there, making sure it was accurate, creating your data sets. And then, we started out with marketing, our focus for data. And then, our president, who I work very closely with, is very data focused as well. And so it's like, as soon as we had our dashboards and, we have all these interesting things to look at, our COs looking at it, our CEOs looking at it, the sales leaders are looking at it, and they're like, oh, we want this, And so it just kind of evolved throughout the organization. And so now like every single person in our organization is looking at Domo, our BI tool, to get their answers, to understand where their sales are at, what their targets are. It's everyone, all our leadership basically wakes up, grab their phone, pull up the app, see where we're at, see how we did yesterday,
Right.